Hey guys, welcome to the Creating Currents podcast. I'm your host, Nour, and I'm really excited to begin this journey with you guys. This is the first episode of the Creating Currents podcast, and let's get right into it. Something I wanted to start off with today, it's how negative events in your life or traumatic events in your life can propel you into a new stratosphere, right? Into a positive direction. Now, of course, it doesn't always feel like that in the beginning or on the way there, right? It's a tough journey, but those major events that maybe bring you close to death or you go through something that's very traumatic, right? Whatever that means to you. And it just makes you see the world differently. So you attack things differently as you move forward. And I feel that, and I feel that deeply, especially recently. Something that I saw one of my favorite rappers say, Michi Darko. He posted it on his story. He's like, "You run from your demons, I chase mine." And when I saw that, something just like clicked, something hit me. I'm like, yo, for real, like the small mindset flip of changing yourself from the victim to the person who actually has the power and the control in your life is a powerful thought. It's a powerful switch. And it seems so simple, right? But it's so powerful. It's like looking at the things that are obstacles as challenges that you want to go conquer, right? Life is not supposed to be easy if you're doing something great. So, if you're going to be a victim and run from your demons or throw the white flag up every time something gets hard, then it's like, are you even chasing something that's worth it? Is your heart even really in it? You got to ask yourself those questions. And I feel like those questions come about when you run so far in one direction that God has nothing else to do but put a wall in front of you so that you understand that you need to turn around, right? Or go a different direction. It's like, and we're lucky enough to keep living, right? I have the guilt on my shoulders every day of people we lost that I'm like, I've been in worse situations than them. Why did I get to live through it, right? And why do they not get to tell their tale or their family gets to see them anymore? And it's real. So I think that's something to take seriously, is like those wake up calls that happen when negative things in your life happen. Take those calls and look them right in the eyes, like, because it means something. I mean, that's the thing about addiction as well, right? I mean, in my case, I'm speaking about the first song on this new project that I just released. This project is called Nothing's Changed, but Everything is Different. And the first track is called Pieces. This actually speaks about a car accident, right? A near-death experience that I had in 2020. And I felt like it was necessary to start the project off with that song because of what I was just telling you about, right? The negative events that can propel you into a positive journey. So at that time, that car accident, that event was rock bottom for me. But rock bottom was a blessing because I got to get a clean slate and a fresh start. I actually got to live through it, right? But I talk about it in the song. I mean, I crashed the car, broke my hip, broke my ribs, and was not in a good condition. Like I had to relearn how to walk for 7 months. Like that's not you know what I mean? And I'm talking about it on the song too, which we'll break down later, right? I want to listen to it with y'all and break it down. It's like, hopping out the Uber on my crutches at the liquor store. It's like 2 weeks after the accident, I was still on go. That's a tough thought to have. It's a tough reality to have, to be like, damn, like you just got in a car accident from being off all these different substances. And right after, 2 weeks after, you're Ubering to the liquor store, barely able to walk just so that you can drink, right? And escape that feeling and go back to what you were feeling before. And it's funny because like you'll ask, if you asked me at that time, before that accident happened, the night before, Like, do you think anything is wrong? Do you like with the choices that you're making, the drugs that you're taking? Do you think there's anything that you need to? I would have been like, no, I'm just having fun, you know? I'm just enjoying myself. I'm a young man that wants to make my own decisions, and fuck it, I'm having fun, you know? And then something like that happens, and you just got to ask yourself that deeper question. You're like, am I really just having fun? Like, there's got to be something behind this, right? Especially when it comes to those consequences. So that's a reality check and a negative event in my life that propelled me in the right direction. I mean, that was 2020. Now it's 2025. And if you've been following me through the years, you've seen the progression. But I mean, to say the least, life's got a lot better, right? And I've gotten a lot better as a human being, as an artist. And that's what really matters, right? Is the little things. Becoming a better human being, keeping the promises that you said to yourself. So that's what's important to me. And it's been a journey, right? It's like right after a negative event like that, like we were talking about, there's addiction, right? So you're fighting the initial monster. And it's like, once I overcame the substance abuse, right? The addiction was then, oh, okay, now I know I need to read every day, meditate, right? Stay away from the drugs, work out, and stay on this grind. Just work, record, make sure I'm writing, make sure I'm reading. And so that addiction went from something negative to something that, you know, is progressive. You're making leaps of progress by doing these things heavily, because now I'm addicted to the grind. Right? I'm not doing the drugs anymore, but I'm addicted to getting up and recording, making beats, working out, meditating, making sure I'm reading, finishing multiple books a week, doing whatever you can to prove to yourself, right, that you're not that same person who wants to self-sabotage and destruct. But it's funny, right? Because that's the mission. Track 2, nothing's changed, but everything's different. Track 2 is the mission. That's after pieces, right? So after we had that accident happen and, you know, breaks my life into pieces, the only thing that can happen next is to rebuild. So that's the mission, is to rebuild, right? And I start that song off with lyrics that are real, right? The mission sounds like a glorious, triumphant journey about a hero, right? Oh my gosh, he's going to face his demons and, you know, but that work is ugly. Doing that work is ugly and it's boring and it's embarrassing and it's hard, you know? So I start that song off with 6 a.m, hop in the whip and the boy still yawning, blessed for the moment. But today I want to wake up in the morning. I'm just honest. Pain in my heart and I patch with chronic, smoking on some of that inspo rocket. That's inspiration wrapped in the bombers. That's dedication, got years up on it. Right? Y'all get the idea. It's like I'm pretty much saying, you know, hop in the whip and the boy still yawning. I know I'm blessed for the moment, be on this journey, but today I want to wake up in the morning. That's just, the journey's hard and you don't always want to get up and face the shit, but it's the best thing, right? It's the best thing. It's the only thing when you're trying to get real, when you have to get real. So that same thing, right? Even the work. And that's another thing that I also wanted to talk about that connects to that, right? Is going on that mission after these negative events occur. You're going on this mission to better yourself, is like finding the burnout, right? Finding your limit, finding what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy outside of those other things that you were attached to before, right? And you deal with the shame and the guilt and the feelings of, am I just never going to figure it out? You know, does everybody around me seems like they got it more figured out than me, but the people look at me like I'm the one who's supposed to give advice. It can be really confusing, right? You can complicate it for yourself. So, I mean, that's another thing I experienced, is burning out from doing too much all the time, right? It's like, no, I need to progress. I need product. I need something to show for myself at all times that I'm being who I say I am, right? I need undeniable proof. The songs, I need the music. I need the kindness. I need the friendships and the support. I need the connections that I'm building. I need to see the numbers and the followers go up. Like all of it needs to be proving itself around me for me to feel okay. So in turn, right? For anybody who's a workaholic, you know there's never a time where you're like, yeah, I did it, right? You get little spurts of happiness here and there, like, okay, affirmation. But this is a forever thing. You know, this is a grind forever. It's like, that's part of the perfectionism. So I just really, I think it's interesting. You know, this journey is interesting, and how, you know, I've really intertwined this journey that's mental and emotional with this project, right? Nothing's changed, but everything is different. And after the mission, track 3 we go into, which is called Brainstorm, right? And not brainstorm as in thinking of ideas, but brain and then storm, right? Like stormy weather. So that pretty much explains itself. I mean, you know, it's an emotional song, and that's the brainstorm while you're on the mission. You're on the mission to get to where you want to get to, the better you, but you're fighting back all those demons and all those pockets of time where you don't remember what you're doing it for, right? And you get confused. So I love that as well. I mean, the brainstorm is something to pay attention to. It's like, that's the time when you got to remind yourself the most, like, okay, we knew that this wasn't going to be easy, right? But we embarked on it anyways. So now we're here. We're not going to shy away now, right? It might not feel good, but how can I channel this, right? How can I channel this? Do I need a break? Right? Sometimes your body's telling you need a break. So take a break, right? Sometimes you need to go harder. You're just thinking about it too much all the time. So you got to go harder. But you got to find that yourself. You got to find that voice yourself, and really hope that you're not suppressing it with every movement and every choice that you make, because, you know, it's a metaphor that's been said before, but it's like a tire in mud, right? And it's like the habits that you do and the things that you do and the person that you are is that for years. If that's how you respond to things and you're a people pleaser, it's the tire in the mud. Like, you're going to be so used to that engraving in your brain, that's going to be so hard to start a new one, right? So it depends on how long you've been doing things as well, or picking up certain habits, or things that have been bothering you or that you want to change. But that's why the brainstorm is a blessing. That's why the brainstorm is a blessing. Now, overall, I mean, this project is my favorite piece of work that I've ever made, right? And it's almost completely self-produced with the help of a couple talented individuals, right? Shout out to Josh Frakes. Shout out to Epic the Don. Yeah, but what a ride. What a ride. I mean, I started making these songs. I wrote 2 of these songs, which is The Mission and Passion Fruit Panther, back in 2022, right? And of course, I'm writing The Mission while I'm on the mission, right? Right after the car accident happened. So I wrote The Mission and I wrote Passion Fruit Panther the same day, right? I think it was like a 2-hour span that I wrote both of them. And I was like in the middle of this is so funny. I was in the middle of a national park, like somewhere in Trabuco Canyon. And I was just like in the middle of the nature and just had my headphones in, and I was like listening to beats on an Apple Music playlist, and I came across 2 beats that were like, okay. And I wrote The Mission and Passion Fruit Panther while I was standing out there. I was like walking in circles, pacing around, listening to the beats over and over again, rapping it out loud. It's like, so that was the beginning really of this project without me knowing it. I didn't know that was the beginning of what this was going to become, right? But as time went on, I mean, those songs evolved, and I ended up outsourcing instruments for those beats so I could remake the beats or record those. And Brainstorm was the next song to come along, really. Boy from the West is a single with a music video that I dropped. And I wanted Boy from the West to be the intro on the tape. I really did. But there's a sample on it. Okay, and I tried to clear the sample. I went through the label. The label was like, we're down to clear it. You got to go through the publishers. I go to the publishers. They're like, we're down to clear it. It goes to the artist. The artist is like, I'm not down to clear it. I'm like, all right. But, I mean, that being said, there was a clip of Drake in the studio using that same sample. Mind you, that came out after I made this song. I mean, he could have made it years before that, but the clip, right, came out with that 100 gigabytes. And yeah, we made Boy from the West back in 2022, something like that. So we were like, damn, the taste is similar. But since I saw that, I was like, maybe she's waiting for Drake to hit her up, or maybe she's got it held on for Drake. So shout out to Drizzy. Can't hold it, right? But I put out the music video, and I wanted it to be the intro on the tape. But since it wasn't, you know, I think it's really cool how Pieces came about. I mean, right, it was the Mission, Passion for Panther, then Brainstorm. And even Pieces was one that came up, like, I'm talking about the story of an accident that happened 5 years before, right? I wrote Pieces in 2025 before I dropped the project, like a month and a half before I dropped the project. So it's crazy to see that evolution too, and how all those pieces connect, right? Number one came back at the very end. And I'm just glad. I'm glad that I have Boy from the West out and Pieces out. Like, those are both some of my best songs ever. So it's like that worked out for the best, even though I wanted Boy from the West as the intro. But either way, I love the project. I mean, it's my best work. It's Just Different is just different, okay? That shit hits different, okay? And if y'all haven't heard that, y'all gotta listen to that, because the bars in that shit, not even y'all gotta listen to that. We're gonna listen to that today, okay? Right now, in a second. We're gonna take the tracks in order. But It's Just Different is such a special song to my heart. We're gonna go through it, go through the details, the lyrics, all of that. So I'm super excited. Creating Currents. This is the first day. I'm just hyped right now. I mean, this is dope. I've been wanting to hop on and do a podcast for a while. And so it feels good. I mean, I just wanted to come on and talk with y'all and be real open about what I'm creating here, because there's a purpose behind all this art, you know? None of this is on accident. It's like, this is all, you know, schematic plan right here. So I'm excited. Let's keep it rolling. I really wanted to go through this tape with y'all, listen to the songs together, and I want to break down just different feelings, different emotions, different lyrics, how I tied the songs in together, and we'll have some fun with it. Let's go. Nothing's changed, but everything's different. This is the first track, Pieces. Epic, you went crazy.
My life was disastrous back in 2020. Crashed the Acura, blacking out off the tablets heavy. Come to find out, the Xanny that I took was Fetty. Woke up in the hospital bed with no recollection of any accident. Just hopped up in the whip. Next thing I know, I'm here with a bunch of broken ribs. The doc told me to walk, and I couldn't stand for shit. Feeling pain from my left side. MRI said broken hip. Sure, my hip is broke, but really I'm a broken kid. Fill my lips with coke, my stomach full of gin. Trying to find a way to cope, found the key to sin. Slide it right into the door, let the demons in. What you know about your shadow, and how it casts you, and how you really supposed to cast it, not let it cast you. But now I'm in the casting crutches, barely making it. Every time I sneeze, feeling like I'm re-breaking my ribs. Devastated.
I mean, just that verse, the way that kicks off, right? I mean, just straight into the story. I wanted to drop y'all into the middle of a realm so that you were just lost in the middle of a story, like, whoa, okay, we're in the middle of some chaos here. My life was disastrous back in 2020. Crashed the Acura, blacking out off the tablets heavy. Come to find out, the Xanny that I took was Fetty. Woke up in a hospital bed with no recollection of any accident. Just hopped up in the whip. And that's a true story. That's exactly what happened. So it's that, you know, me talking about the devastation of that as well is really that first verse. And, you know, sure, my hip is broke, but really I'm a broken kid. It's fill my lips with coke, my stomach full of gin. Trying to find a way to cope, found the key to sin. Slide it right into the dough and let the demons in. Some real dark lyrics. I mean, it was how I felt, right? So. For real though, I
could never put my mama through that shit again. I could never put my stepfather through that shit again. I ain't tryna sit in court, tryna sit up in a Benz, hand grip the wheel with my pockets filled with presidents. Hopping out the Uber on my crutches at the liquor store. 2 weeks after the accident, I was still on go. And that's addiction, a vice that you can't control. Sipping the same poison that almost had me gone. I couldn't handle moderation, didn't wanna compensate or concentrate on nothing. Locked myself inside a dungeon cage. The only thing that I could do was make music. Started producing, locked myself in the booth. Take a shot of tequila, I'm crashing out like I'm Fousey. Reposado Latina, she gleam brown with a booty that keep you on stuck. Keep my pride tucked in the doobie. Riding dirty in the hoopty, knowing she can get spooky. When you see the blue and red flash behind you in the coupe, with a half ounce of powder and a baddie next to you, and your mama back at home, worried sick that she gon' lose you. With the way you move, it seem like death is what you used to. Devastated.
Yeah, so yeah, I really wanted to just play it through so y'all could feel that vibe to the end if you never heard it before. But I want to run back that second verse because that second verse has got some stuff in it.
Hopping out the Uber on my crutches at the liquor store. 2 weeks after the accident, I was still on go. And that's addiction, a vice that you can't control. Sipping the same poison that almost had me gone. I couldn't handle moderation, didn't want to compensate or concentrate on nothing. Locked myself inside a dungeon cage. The only thing that I could do was make music. Started producing, locked myself in the booth. Take a shot of tequila, I'm crashing out like I'm Fousey. Reposado.
Shout out to Fousey, man. I fuck with Fousey heavily. I used to fuck with Fousey heavily when I was young. But yeah, he just been crashing out. So I don't know. It just came to me while I was spitting. I'm dead. Yeah, that was one of the bars that came to me while I was recording it. Like I wrote some and then I was recording it, filling in some. Take a shot of tequila, I'm crashing out like I'm Fousey.
Nothing, locked myself inside a dungeon cage. The only thing that I could do was make music. Started producing, locked myself in the booth. Take a shot of tequila, I'm crashing out like I'm Fousey. Reposado Latina, she gleam brown with a booty that keep you on stuck. Keep my pride tucked in the doobie. Riding dirty in the hoopty, knowing she can get spooky. When you see the blue and red flash behind you in the coupe, with a half ounce of powder and a baddie next to you, and your mama back at home, worried sick that she gon' lose you. With the way you move, it seem like death is what you used to. Devastated.
That one just hits different too. And your mama back at home, worried sick that she gonna lose you. The emotion is crazy on that one. Pieces, man. True story.
Six in the morning, hop in the whip and the boy still yawning. Blessed for the moment, but today I ain't wanna wake up in the morning. I'm just honest, pain in my heart and I petrochronic. Smoking on some of that Inspiracket. That's inspiration wrapped in the bombs. That's dedication, got years upon it. I'm really here and I've been here. They know my name. It's like 10 years of that hard work and they look at you like you lucky. First you stupid bitches, you dumb in here. I can't hear the hate, I'm too busy here. I can't feel the shit cause my vision clear like. What you know about waking up like bitch, I'm on a mission. Only taking steps that are lining up with your vision. Obsessing over little things, determine you gon' get it. Fixing up your energy to line up with your wishes. What you know about waking up like bitch, I'm on a mission. Only taking steps that are lining up with your vision. Obsessing over little things, determine you gon' get it. Fixing up your energy to line up with your wishes. Let me tell you how it goes for a youngin'. I should've trusted my gut when it said my friends were all frontin'. I should've left them in dust, but fuck it, all of them dumped me. And that's okay cause we different, there's nothing wrong with a difference. There's something wrong if you kick it and feel the pull and the switch it and be a version of you that you don't wanna relive. And you can't resist it, it's toxic, it's way out of pocket to think another person can walk you up to the promised land. We here together, but you got your own journey, man. Certain people ain't gon' understand that you got certain plans. Make a demand for yourself and stick to the plan. Made what I want of myself, now let's make the bands. Yeah, what you know about waking up like, bitch, I'm on a mission. Only taking steps to the lining up.
We here together, but you got your own journey, man. Certain people ain't gonna understand that you got certain plans. Make a demand for yourself, then stick to the plan. I made what I want of myself, now let's make the bands. Yeah.
I had a wish, I would grant it on the planet. Let us live and let us strive. God, take care of my family. If I had a wish, I would grant it on the planet. Let us live and let us strive. God, take care of my family. This is the mission. God, let me make it to my destination. This is the mission. God, let me make it up to the top safely. This is the mission. If you watch it, you witnessing greatness and imperfection at the same time. Ain't it crazy?
And that transition.
Yeah,
Now this is Brainstorm.
right. Alright. I let my brainstorm through the days and night. Then I watch the rain pour and inspire the lightning. Strike to the pad, bleed truth in the stylus. And these white force ones hold the sand from the islands. Baby, I just wanna trust you when you tell me you like me.
I gotta stop that for a second because the bar is too crazy. Hold up. That chorus though, yeah, it's called Brainstorm. So I love the storm metaphors within the chorus that I had to lace in. I let my brain storm through the days and night. Then I watched the rain pour. It inspired the lightning. Strike to the pad, bleed truth in the stylus. So yeah, I mean, when I'm talking about the rain, right, I'm talking about my tears. I let the rain pour and it inspired the lightning. The strike to the pad, bleed truth in this stylus. And these white force ones hold the sand from the islands, baby. Yeah, I wanted to paint a picture there, and I just caught a wave with the pen, and something was just working in my favor, and that one really came to me easily as well. But it's some of my favorite songwriting ever. I love that chorus.
And when we not together, can I treat you like wifey? I've been hurt too many times to be playing my psyche. Desperation is a demon, make relationships frightening. Bloody hills, I'm running from all the fear. Exhausted from the energy I put out to here. When reality is telling me there's nothing to fix. And I'll probably die alone if I ain't taking the risk. To get my heart stomped out, disrespected to dust. You put your faith in my hands, and you approach me with trust. But I'm scared to let you in, cause I don't know what you want. And you tell me, but I still just can't believe that it's love. I let my brain storm through the days and night. Then I watch the rain pour and inspire the lightning. Strike to the pad, bleed truth in the stylus. And these white force ones hold the sand from the islands. Baby, I just wanna trust you when you tell me you like me. And when we not together, can I treat you like wifey? I've been hurt too many times to be playing my psyche. Desperation is a demon, make relationships frightening. That's what I struggle with. Baby, do you love me? Or do you just be telling me lies to keep me comfy? If you think I ain't strong enough to handle the truth, then you must not realize who you talking to. So tell me, how we supposed to do this forever? If you holding back your honesty to make me feel better. Cause in the long run, you gon' lose me altogether. Then there'll never ever be a happily ever ever. I could've lifted us up, I could've took us to Everest. If you like it, put a ring on it before I resent this shit down. That's what she told me, and how could I blame her? I got trust and abandonment issues, fucking my relationship. Love my girl, but told her straight up, don't wait up. Used to being free as a bird, but now I'm laid up. Feeling like a nigga got handcuffs on. How the fuck did my life become a damn love song? It's a cold world, cold world. I just let these flows pearl. I just live my life how I want it, yeah, this is Nour's world. Kalabalik Manefsek, that's what my mama says. Don't let none of these shallow bitches get up in your head. I let my brain storm through the days and night. Then I watch the rain pour.
Could be my favorite. I don't know. Could be my favorite off the tape.
It's just different.
Now this one just want to make you rip your t-shirt in half.
They asked my sign, I said a bag of terriers, you know I'm on your ass. Do deposit this knowledge. This ain't cash. This is less about economics, more about the tasks, more about the drive. Probably why I keep the gas. Smoking on some prime, probably sleep a silverback. Guerrilla tactics, this rapping has turned to war now. Anyone can have it, y'all average and really boring. I know I ain't the only one who feel it. No more effort in these lyrics, no integrity or spirit. If we really spoke the truth, where would we be in existence? In my spirit, in a human, or a human in a spirit? Cackling like the Joker, I'm sick of the circus. Adamant about my growth while battling the perfect perception in my mind. I know I'm too deserving, but I deserve it all. Dot said it and I heard it. Then I meditated on it like a Buddha at work. We don't celebrate participation here on this turf. The path to evil's paved with good intentions, so you better be moving with the energy that you said it with. I done heard words, but nothing really reflecting it. I done curved girls who sexy, but ain't there mentally. 2 to 3 birds in the burbs, though the carry is concealed, leave you buried in the dirt. Check the scoreboard, we ain't scrimmaging this full court. Left the core sore, better fitness than a 2-4. Made her sweat it out, say my name, she like, oh Lord. Then proceed to tell me she ain't met no one like me before. That's the pussy talking, I'm familiar with it. That pussy really got me, I was on the hit list. And she called me Baba, she know that I'm Egyptian. Bitches think they funny, that's why I'm fucking with them. Bitch, don't get me started, rock a definition. Any illness that you got, I promise that I'm sicker. And everything I do is a movie, bigger picture, so I don't trip on blurry pixels that could have been clearer.
A beat transition, no.
Wow. Yeah.
For real though, I need a whole lyrical breakdown for that first verse and that first half. Cause come on, man. They asked my sign. I said a bag of Terrius. You know I'm on your ass. Directly deposit this knowledge. This ain't cash. This is less about economics, more about the tasks, and more about the drive. Probably why I keep the gas. Smoking on some prime. Probably sleep a silverback. Guerrilla tactics. This rapping has turned to war now. Anyone can have it. Y'all average and really boring. Ow. I know I ain't the only one who feel it. No more effort in these lyrics, no integrity or spirit. If we really spoke the truth, where would we be in existence? Am I spirit in a human, or a human in a spirit? Cackling like the Joker, I'm sick of the circus. Adamant about my growth while battling the perfect perception in my mind. I know I'm too deserving, but I deserve it all. Dot said it and I heard it. Then I meditated on it like a Buddha at work. We don't celebrate participation here on this turf. The path to evil's paved with good intentions, so you better be moving with the energy that you said it with. I done heard words, but nothing really reflecting it. Now I done curved girls who sexy, but ain't there mentally. 2 to 3 birds in the burbs, though the carry is concealed, leave you buried in the dirt. Check the scoreboard, we ain't scrimmaging this full court. Left her core sore, better fitness than a 2-4. Made her sweat it out, say my name, she like, oh Lord. Then proceed to tell me she ain't met no one like me before. I say that's the pussy talking, I'm familiar with it. That pussy really got me, I was on a hit list. And she called me Baba, she know that I'm Egyptian. Bitches think they funny, that's why I'm fucking with them. Bitch, don't get me started. Rocker the Phoenicia. Any illness that you got, I promise that I'm sicker. And everything I do is a movie, bigger picture, so I don't trip on blurry pixels that could have been clearer. Moment of silence for the dead rappers on that one. It's murder, bro. Like,
Sharpen the pen like a butcher knife. Follow my demons, it took the time. All in the regal, I'm dull or breezy. Lighting the weed up, I smoke the theater. Cocaine and sheet white as sweet as snow. Pipe and leave alone, I resist the bow. I can look myself in the eyes with no type of feeling of fear, but I've been gone through so much. Who the fuck is you talking to? Know you a bitch and I got me some dogs that'll bark right back. Lay paws on you like stop. I'm back in the OC rock. I'm back in the CAI. Ain't lacking is what I'm not. You average and I am high. I'm packing my rap as well as packing my bags. Headed off to Africa to find myself in the past, where my ancestors lived and what effect that had on the person that I am today. And why did I act the way I do and see the world through these lenses? I'm a trippin' 26-year-old Worth Smith and Wesson. I'm a weed smoking Jetson like the Cartoon Network, puffing on some sticky icky, grown best in the Western. I predicted the weather, perform better in storms. If you don't feel the pressure, are you rising at all? That's the question that I have for the mighty of all. Does anything matter? Are we all just a pause? What's the point of even asking? Cause either way we gon' live it. Zizo and the Moolah know your uncle loves you dearly, and I'll never let no trouble come your way or touch your spirit. Dino, you a boss, so ready, keep stacking chips in. Never let these motherfuckers tell you who you are. Like fuck your validation, bitch, I feel it in my heart. And every time I put my pen to pad, it turn to art. And every time I look back on my path, I see the scars. See the way I carve my lane and pop out like a star. I ain't no one-hit wonder, man, nah, I be swinging bars. Home runs, grand slams, things they never caught. I'm the type you listen, catch a new thing every bar. Cause I be packing my raps as well as packing my bags.
The bars are crazy on that one too. I ain't no one-hit wonder, man. Nah, I be swinging bars, home runs, grand slams, things they never caught. I'm the type you listen, catch a new thing every ball. Cause I be packing my raps. I fuck with that one heavily. It's just different. Check that one out. The lyrical breakdown on that one is insane. You gotta listen to it 10 times to fucking get it. And the last track, Passion Fruit Panther. One of my favorites too. Creating Currents Podcast, episode 1. I love y'all, man. Thank you for joining me.
Passion Fruit Panther, I'm producing new anthems. Stand on new standards, know this boy is too handsome. Granted, I was handed the key to cure the cancer. Unlock the safe, I see I'm the only one with the answer. Years of searching, hoping, working just to find it in my lap. Peers and surfing, tears and burning, kush to help my mind relax. I just love my life, I always said it, but I mean it now. Shit, I always meant it, I just really fucking feel it now. I can see me shining like them lights that were too bright for me. On nights when I was scared and high, like boy, there ain't no life for me. I made it out the tunnel, I made it out the rubble, and I'm still grinding like I don't know if a meal is coming. That's what we call hunger, driving dedication. You wanna stall slumber, high and overrated. Them statements looking lazy, never make the dues a payment. Where you banking, it don't seem you well, you must be chasing. It's always a trip looking back on my journey. I'm the furthest from perfect, but I'm proud of how far I came. I heard a quote that goes something like, isn't it something that day by day, it seems nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different? And it just hit home for me. You know, growing up in the same city for 25 years, it's like, I know these streets like they've been engraved into my skin. I'm so familiar with the energy that lives here, but I've changed so much internally over the years that everything feels different. But still, nothing's changed. I'm still grinding. I'm still dreaming, I'm still falling in and out of love. I'm just learning how to navigate the outside world while keeping the integrity of my spirit.
Passion Fruit Panther, y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Creating Currents. I'm your host, Mr. Rocka, signing out. Love y'all, man.